Welcome friends, this is Tim, the budget brew department of Brew Bros. Today I'm brewing the famous dark Irish dry stout known as Guinness. You don't need to worry, this isn't going to be one of those cheesy videos full of Irish cliches. I'm doing the usual stovetop 4.5 litre batch, following the same process as you may have seen in previous videos. One key difference is that in true Guinness style, I'll be separating part of the batch so it can open, ferment and sour to give it the trademark Guinness tang, and then I'll add it back in when I bottle. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and the luck of the Irish will be yours, hopefully. Let's get into it. For this 4.5 litre batch, I'm using 290 grams of flaked barley, 600 grams of pale malt and 120 grams of roasted barley. You can see details of everything in the description below. Shout out to Brew Packs who supplied the malt and hops, great guys and service, and there's a link to them below too. For the hops, I'm using 16 grams of East Kent Goldings. And for the yeast, I've got 36 billion cells of YEAST 1084 Irish Ale, which was cultivated by Slaphead Ed. So I'm heating 3 litres of bottled water to a strike temp of 72 degrees. If you aren't familiar with our stovetop brews, check out our previous videos to see which kit I use. The net is super useful, that's all I'll say. Stir well at the start and then every 5 to 10 minutes. The mash temp is between 64 and 68 degrees, achieved by just moving the pan on and off the heat. If you have an oven large enough that goes as low as 66 degrees, then you're laughing. My sparge water is 3 litres at 77 degrees. Look at that glorious work. That's sparging, baby. Anyway, while the boil takes 90 minutes, let's take a quick trip to Dublin. Ah, lovely Guinness, churning out the black stuff since 1759. They say it tastes better in Ireland than anywhere else, and that's definitely what Ed and I found when we visited in 2015 for the annual Ireland versus England Six Nations rugby game. There I am pouring the perfect pint of Guinness. And here's Ed on his way to being rather merry. You just can't beat Six Nations game day hydrated by draft Guinness.
Loser, sore loser!
Don't know, mate, the f***s playing away.
You want some? You want some?
I'm just saying they're playing away.
You want some? I'll give it you. Anyway, England lost, but the crack was incredible. Brilliant city and brilliant local rugby fans too. So back to the action, and I've added my hops at the 30-minute mark. After the boil, it's time to cool to 21 degrees ASAP with the help of some ice and some water in our sink. I whirlpooled the wort to chill it faster and gather all of the hops at the centre. Then siphon into the Demijohn. Oh yeah! Unleash the yeasty boys. Aerate the wort, and you'll see I have a bottle with funnel ready for the 300ml I mentioned earlier, just to the right. That's where I'll leave part of the batch to open, ferment and sour. This is a practice that Guinness have always used to add the trademark bite you get. Then it's airlock on and foil over the bottle for the 2-week fermentation. Two weeks later and it's time to bottle. I cold crashed the Demijohn for 2 days at the end of fermentation. Here I'm heating the soured batch to 71 degrees for 15 minutes, which will just kill off any of the nasties inside, and then I'll add it back in for bottling. It's 21 grams of dextrose mixed with a little hot water, then into the bottling bucket. New gadget alert, a bottling one, literally just a couple of pounds and well worth it. Then, fill my half litre swing top bottles and keep at room temperature for 2 weeks to carbonate. Bosh! It smells sweet with a hint of coffee, which is exactly what you get from Guinness. tastes bang on, to be honest, and the tang really comes through nicely. It's hard to put your finger on exactly what that tang is, but you really get it. It would obviously be better poured from a nitro tap with the high nitrogen content to give it the smooth mouthfeel and the creamy head. Obviously the head's disappeared quite quickly. I did miss my original gravity and ended up with an ABV of 3.5%. The target was 4.2%, so I cocked that up. So next time I'll increase the grain bill a bit. Hit me up in the comments below, make some suggestions, let's see what you come up with. But to be honest, overall, I'm really, really happy with it. So, thanks for watching. Sláinte.